these little tissue paper shapes. There's all different shapes and colors. They're called bleeding tissue paper, and when they get wet, whatever the color they are comes off onto our paper. So we're going to cover our whole paper in these tissue paper dots so we get a really cool color behind our donuts. So to make these work, you have to get them wet. So what we do is we pull out a color, whichever one you want. Be careful though, they do like to stick together, and we don't want to put like a big blob of them on there. We only want to put one at a time. So we're going to make sure you only have one. And what you'll do is you're going to get your brush, dip it in your water, and then you are going to wet the paper just like this. Stick your dot down and then wet your dot. Okay, wet your paper, stick your dot down, wet your dot. Wet your paper, stick your dots down. You can do more than one at a time if you want. And wet your dots. Wet your paper, stick your dots down, wet your dot. This shouldn't take too long. You can go real fast with this. Just make sure you're only pulling out one at a time. We want to fill up the whole paper. They can overlap a little bit. They can touch. In fact, you want them to. The more you have, the more colorful this will be. Wet your paper, stick your dot on, wet your dot. Fill your entire paper. Wet your paper, stick your dot down, wet your dot. We're not going to pull these off. We are going to leave these on here so we have really nice color. We're going to let them dry on here, and then next week we will pull them off and see what color we get. Wet your paper, stick your dot down, wet your dot. You can do more than one at a time. Wet a big spot. Put 2 or 3 dots down, and then wet your dot. Wet your paper, stick your dot down, wet your dot. Wet your paper, stick your dot down, wet your dot. All right, get as many on there as you can. When you're done, we're going to take these to the drying rack. We're going to carry it like we always do, holding it with our thumbs, pinching it on both sides like a lunch tray. And we're going to let this dry until next week. Today we're going to finish our spring flowers, and we're going to draw our flowers today. We're going to use our India ink pens. Now don't forget, these do stain. They do not come out of your clothes, so we're going to be very, very gentle with them while we're using them, not to drop it on ourselves or right on your skin. We do not want these on us. So this is what it's going to look like when you're done. We're starting off with those papers that we did where we put those paint dots on there, and most of them fell off on the drying rack, but if you've got any left on your paper, just peel them off and throw them in your trash bin, and it just leaves a really pretty colors on your paper. Now to draw our flowers today, we're going to use our drawing papers, which shows us what our flowers look like. You are going to choose whatever you want. We're going to put many of them on there. So I've got lots of different sheets on your paper. Just look at them and see what kind of flowers you want to draw. So I'm going to do a couple off of this and a couple off the next one. So the first round says what the inside of the flower looks like. So I'm just going to choose one. I think I'll do this one. So I'm going to pick a spot and I'm going to draw that circle. If your pen is not working correctly, just kind of push down on it just a little bit and it should start working. All right, I drew the inside of my flower. Now I'm going to choose the outside of my flower. I think I'll do one of these. It's a line with a U and 2 circles, a U and 2 circles. I'm going to go around my whole flower and do that as my petals. You do not have to choose the same thing that I'm choosing. You're going to choose whatever you want to do your flower. You can do your flowers big, you can make your flowers small. Now while you're drawing, try to keep your hand off of the black that you just drew because it can smear a little bit. Alright, the next row shows me what to put in between my shapes. So I can choose one of these to go in between. I think I'll choose this double circle one. So that circle, line, circle, circle, line, circle. You can choose whatever you would like. And then the next one on the ends here is just some lines. That's what I'm choosing. I'm going to choose this one right here. And the last one is what kind of stem and leaves. So I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to draw my line down. And I'm going to put a big old round leaf and a big old round leaf. Alright, then I can go through these sheets and I can choose another one if I like. You can do whatever you would like on your flower. There's even sheets like this. They've got some ladybugs. If you want to draw a ladybug down at the corner of your paper, you can do that. Okay, just draw what you see. Choose which one you like. There's bumblebees and butterflies and caterpillars. Here's a pretty rose. I think I might draw a big rose up here. So I'm just going to try to copy this rose the best I can. It's kind of got a spiral on it. And then there's got some outside leaves. Roses are actually kind of easy because you just keep going around in a circle, drawing lines until you decide to stop. Alright, and then I'm going to come and pick something else. Let's see, maybe I'll pick a leaf. Here's a leaf. I'll put this big pretty leaf here. I'm going to look at a different paper. And then I'm going to choose another one from this one. I think maybe I'll choose this one here. So it's got a big black oval in the middle. And these little loop-de-loop lines all the way around it. I'm just going to keep going. And I'll draw the stem that goes with it. It's kind of a wavy line. And just keep picking and choosing. I want you to fill up your whole paper with all different types of flowers and leaves and bugs until the entire paper has leaves and bugs and flowers all over it. The more flowers you have, the prettier this is going to look. You can do big ones and small ones, all different sizes. I just want you to keep adding. We're going to work on this for a couple of days because we want as many flowers as we possibly can.